Listen, there's no test without testimony. There's no test without testimony. Let me tell you something. People have really been trying to make it seem to me as if God don't hear me. As if when I speak to him, when I call out to him, when I pray to him, when I beg to him, when I petition him, that he ain't listening to me because I'm too small. Let me tell y'all something. I always knew I had this direct link to the man upstairs. Like I knew. You couldn't tell me different. As a child, I thought I was Moses, okay? I knew I could part the Red Sea because God had my back and he was going to grant me that power and authority. I didn't part the sea, but hey, I just knew I had that much confidence, faith, and trust in him. Y'all, every day when it's really gloomy, I ask God, if I feel like I feel too low, I said, Lord, show them what you can do. I said, they trying to cast this dark cloud over the people, making lose hope. Show them what you can do. Bring the sun out for the people. Y'all, when I tell you, it be like when I blink, the sun peeps through the clouds. And I hear, I got you covered. Let me tell y'all something. Today, as I sit here right now, I just had to cry out to God just to let him know I hear you. I'm paying attention. I ain't gonna stumble, I ain't gonna stifle. I hear you. I said, Lord, why is justice taking so long? I said, what is it? And every day when I say that, he gives me a message. 2 on the clock when I said that, he gives me a message. So tell me, just like 5 minutes ago, I was sitting here, I said, Lord, I wish you would hurry this up. I said, God, why? I grabbed my phone, I was scrolling, and I saw the Bible official. I follow them on Instagram. I saw him, and the AI depiction they posted today was when Job was standing there questioning God, questioning why is this happening? And see, he been giving me this message for months now. He been putting it on me for months, okay? I said, why is this happening? And I looked down at that, and it was Job 38, 1-3. But I kept reading because I love the book of Job. I love the book of Job because everybody doubted. Job just cursed God and died. No, Job said, I'm going to stand strong in this faith because I know there's no test without testimony. There's no testimony without a test. Okay? God come to Job and said, y'all have heard me talk about this before. God come to Job and say, how you gonna question me? How will you question the great architect? What really stood out to me today, because usually it is when Job is talking to God and God tells him the way he made the creatures, Leviathan, the behemoth. But today, what stood out was he said, do you have the ability to stop the waves from overtaking the land? This is how I'm interpreting it, y'all. You have to read it and get it your own way. Can you separate the stars and the moon? He said, what really got me was, he said, when he put all this stuff in place, the angels shouted and rejoiced and sang hallelujah and all that. Do you have the ability to do that? Can you separate space and time? Can you make parallel universes? Can you create the sun, the moon, the stars? You cannot. There's a bigger plan in place for you that you cannot create. You are not the great architect of your life. This is what God is saying to me today. You are not the great architect of your life. You can co-create with me, but baby, I got this. I set you in the passenger seat for a reason. You might have been in the back seat yesterday, but today you in the passenger seat up here with the driver. Let me show you from my view. But see, if you've ever driven, regardless of you being in the passenger seat, you don't really see what the driver sees. You don't have the same reflexes that the driver has. If the driver suddenly hits brakes to avoid a crash, the only thing you can do is what? Prepare yourself, embrace yourself for that crash. But if you have the gift of discernment and you have a connection, you don't ignore that connection. If you have a connection to God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, your spirit team, you have a connection and you feel it. You will get in that car, put your seatbelt on. Make sure you are locked in. And the driver does not pull off until they know that you are secure, as well as the other passengers, if any. And I say all that to say this. Let God go ahead and drive this car. Put your seatbelt on. Brace yourself for impact. But do not say, hey, if we crash, I'm dead. Because that ain't what's happening. If you have made the conscious decision to better yourself, if you have prostrated yourself in the privacy of your own home, out there crying out to God, crying out to Jesus, crying out to the angels, help me be better, help me do better, help me see better, help me say better, help me move better, just better. Baby steps are steps, don't worry. There's 4 tires on a car. If one goes flat, you can go to the gas station and get some air. It might leak a little bit. You go find out the source of that leak. Maybe you don't have money for new tires. What you gonna do about it? You gonna find a way. Oh, why something just dawned on me. See, God he talking hard today. He is really talking heavy today. I heard Tyrone did say something about using your gifts and the talents that God gave you to get yourself out of the situation, even if you don't enjoy those talents and those gifts. So if you don't have the money to buy that new tire, you have to resort to your talents, your good talents, your better talents to get the money for that new tire. But when God sees you trying, He recognizes it and He rewards it. I promise you He does. You just have to pay attention. You just have to align yourself to listen, to feel it. I told you baby steps are still steps. And sometimes, because you are not ready to walk, God is going to make you crawl until you align yourself with standing up on your feet alone, or thinking you're standing up alone. And then you're going to feel the wind blow behind you, pushing you forward to walk. And you're saying, I was just in a car. But cars, they break down too. You know why your car broke down? Because you tried to snatch God out the driver's seat and put Him in the passenger seat. Listen, that's what He gave me, y'all. That's what He gave me. He just gave me a happiness, a peaceful feeling I ain't felt in a long time. And I pray that if you listen to this to the end and received it, but even if you didn't listen to the end, I pray you feel this happiness too today